just touch your toe on the gas pedal. Okay.
Yeah.
To get yourself into gear, foot brake down. The gear selector is here. Just press that down to get it into drive. I'll move my signal. Take a look around, and it's all clear. A little bit of the gas to just release the parking brake, and then off we go. Roundabout, bit of a signal, just check there's nobody coming from my right, which there isn't. I'll just feed the wheel through my hands, like so. Get my right hand a bit high for the right hand bend. Pull the car all the way around and then just straightening up. Turning left onto old Brooklands Racing Circuit here. So, which opened for motor racing in 1907.
Alright.
I'm just going to give you a quick steering demo. Okay, so if we want to turn off to the right, if I just do that, can't do anything else with my hands, can I?
No.
So that's not terribly good. So I want to get my right hand up here. So just pull it down and then push it up, pull it down and push it up, and so on. Just keep. So you're using both of your hands as you steer the car.
Yeah.
Yep. Looks nice and easy, that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if I told you it wasn't quite as easy as it looks. Right, so and if you want to get it into reverse, just all the way up to the top. And then you've got, this car's got a reversing camera on it. Very good. Okay then, so we'll just pop your logbook down in the middle. Just need to do this first of all. There we are. So put that down there. Right, so we're going to swap over, and I hope you get your seat set up.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so to move your car, move the seat forward. If you need to move it forward, I think we'll just move it forward a tiny little bit. Can you hopefully get your right foot to those two pedals? That looks as though you can, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you want to just position that right foot over the brake. That's it. So you can just pivot your foot on the heel just to touch your toe on the gas pedal. So just get used to that movement. You notice that you've got a gap between those two pedals and they're on a different elevation, so you don't get mixed up which foot's on which pedal. There we are. Good luck to pop your seatbelt on. Okay then, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay then, so to move ourselves forward, if you'd like to, so in an automatic, for a safety feature, you've got to have your foot on the foot brake. Actually, just before we go, is your mirror adjusted properly for you? Just twist it until it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And the indicators, by the way, are here, so it's up for right and down for left. Just try to get just one finger underneath it. That's it. Good. Yeah. Excellent. Splendid. Okay then, yes, so to move it forward, as a safety feature on an automatic car, you have to press the brake down. Okay, and then you can get your gear selected downwards into drive. Press it down down nice and firmly.
Yeah.
That's it. Now it's always a good idea to look before crossing the road or before doing anything like that. So you can see it's all pretty much clear around the cars now.
Yeah.
So we're good to go. I think
Yeah.
we are, aren't we? So
Just straight on.
yeah, so off the brake, onto the gas, give it a little blip to get it going, which will automatically then release the parking brake, and down to the stop sign ahead.
Shall I stop here?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Good. So ahead we've got a little mini roundabout.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to steer out to the left at least a quarter of a turn, if not half a turn, and then going to steer all the way round to the outside. If you cross your hands or not, it doesn't really matter, but do make sure you keep them moving on the wheel, otherwise you won't get round.
Okay.
Okay then, we'll move away when
So
you're ready.
carry on down the straight bit.
Yes, and then carry on straight. So we're going to make it a complete 360-degree turn all the way round the roundabout. So turning out to the left, that's it. That's good. And then all the way round to the right now, full lock. That's it. Good. Oh, nice steering. Keep turning all the turn you can, Ross. Once you've got it onto full lock, you're in the correct position. You're going round. Keep going, all the way round. That's it. And then we're coming off just here. So, no. Between the cones. Between the cones.
Between the cones.
That's it. So just reverse it back a little bit.
Up to reverse.
Yes. That's it. And then just turn. That's it. Bring it to a stop. Stop. Yeah, and then on you go. So the next thing we've got lined up is a little slalom course. Okay. So if you just come all the way off your gas, it's the best thing to do first of all. That's it. So just let the car let the car drive itself here. So we're going to go between these first two little marked cones on the left, and then we're going to go between the next two on the right. So once you're through them, you pass them, straighten up, back the other. Well, that's it. Back the other way. That's it. So look for the next cone now. You steer around the outside of that one. That's good. Keep it going round. That's it. And then back the other way. And then we're heading off down towards that 4x4 down there. Good. Well, you've got this steering technique
Thank you.
nicely. So as you can see, we just bear to the right a little here. That's it. Just bear to the left. That's it. Then straightening. And then going all the way up to the giveaway. You can go left or right. It's entirely up to you. So here, we want to just check if there's anybody coming up to our right.
No.
No? Off we go then. And we're going to head down for the next stop sign ahead. That's good. And ahead, as you can see, we've got another little mini roundabout.
Yeah.
We're going to go all the way round to the outside, and then we're going to come back down through those cones
Okay.
over near the railway line. Okay? So off you go when you're ready. So how old are you then, Ross?
15.
15. Straightening up a little bit. Once you've steered in between this little line of cones, and we're pointing towards the end, when we get to the end, just bring yourself to a just brief little stop. Just here. Yeah. Good. Just pop it into park. Press the button in at the end. So I think you would benefit from actually having your steering wheel a little bit closer to you.
Okay.
So just we pull that lever down. You can pull it. There we are. Whoop, that's probably a little bit too much. There we are. That'll do. And then just lock it back up again. A bit further down.
Okay.
There we are. Push it all the way up. It's a bit stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you were steering, then your arms were a touch overstretched. So
Yeah.
I think you might find that a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so foot back on your foot brake.
Press the button then.
No, down. It's just straight down.
Just down.
That's it, yeah. Check around and leaning forward, check that blind spot over your right shoulder. That's perfect, lovely. Off you go. So all of this sort of thing you've got to do when you come to do your driving test. You might as well start now.
Yeah.
The white arrow and the blue background there that we've just passed in, do you know what that means?
One way.
Very good. You're the second 15-year-old in 2 weeks to know what that sign means.
Oh right.
On you go. I've had one 11-year-old who knew what it meant, and one other 15-year-old. Nobody else knows. Okay, so positioning ourselves between these two orange and white cones, we've got another little roundabout here. So once again we're going to turn off out to the left and make a complete 360-degree turn and then carrying on down the one-way system ahead. Okay? You don't really need a signal here. You've got too much steering to do to worry about a signal. And quite a lot of steering on your exit as well.
Yeah.
So if you are going around a mini roundabout like we had just there, if you were going off to the right, then you would signal before you got to it, and then you wouldn't signal again, because you don't need to signal for your exit, because very often at mini roundabouts you've got too much turning to do.
Yeah.
So the turning obviously can losing the signal can compromise the steering, so you don't want to do that. Your steering's got to take priority. You will need to move your hands a bit on the wheel here to get you around nicely. That's very good. Now, as there are no cars in the car park, we might as well make use of that space on the other side of the barrier.
Okay.
So no need to stop particularly because there's nobody behind you. So we're going to go through the gates on the left, head down towards those cars. Before we get to them, we'll use a right signal. That's so we can make a U-turn and come all the way back again.
Okay.
So this is part of the old Brooklands racing circuit. This is the old railway straight. You can see the banked curve straight ahead of you. We want to make a U-turn to the right here. So pop in our signal on, start turning, looking around as you do. That's it, take your time. Good. And then we're going to go back through the left-hand gate. And then we're going to head back towards the stop sign, so positioning just to the right-hand side of the stop sign. Take us back onto the course that we've just done. So nice and gently with that brake, they're very sensitive, these pedals. Ooh, stop very quickly, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, on you go. You know where you're going now, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay then. So going all the way around the roundabout again. Steering initially out, obviously to the left. So keep your observations between the centre and the outside. That's it. So you can judge your position, so you're roughly equidistant. As soon as you've got full lock on, of course you can use more gas. So if you've kept the turn on and you keep the turn, that's it, keep the turn on. Oh, okay. So the next time we go round, we'll go round and we'll do a couple of turns round,
Okay.
and we'll just increase our speed slightly.
Okay.
And you can see that you column, yes. Try and keep as tight a line as you can, but remembering that these are cars, not cones, so nice and slow. So you don't want to hit a car rather. So if you need to, use your brake. You might need to use your brake a little bit just to slow the car. Back the other way. And getting that right hand a bit higher on the wheel, because you can pull down into this, that's it, pulling down into this. So I've got my right hand right up to the top of the wheel to pull down, and then you can just adjust it coming out. And because then that avoids the hands going right into that position there. So we went to the right last time, I think, didn't we?
Yes.
So shall we go to the left this time?
Yep.
Now you don't have to stop here if you can see that it's clear behind. So if you check in your right door mirror, in the centre of it, it's clear behind.
Yep.
Carry on. And that's really the difference between give way and stop. So here, obviously, we have to stop, because that's what the sign says. Now, we're going to go between the gates over there.
Okay.
Now, we can start moving forward. I know we've got a car coming out, but let's start moving forward anyway. So to let them know what we're doing, i.e. going through that gate, that's it. So we'll put up on a left signal. So just straighten your wheels up a little bit. Pop that signal back on. We'll wait just here so they can get out of our way. So they'll see our signal, they'll know exactly what we intend to do. And then off you go. I'm going to go all the way down to the very far end. So we're going to steer to the left of the little roundabout that's coming up. We're going to head towards that telegraph pole that's in the corner, straight ahead of us. And we're going to ease our gas off. We're going to put on a little bit of turn, half a turn to the right, off the gas completely, a bit more turn, and we're going to stop just here. Lovely. Pop it into park for a second. Lovely, good. So we are going to, I'm going to get you to pull up between those cones. Okay, ahead, those two orange and white ones. And then we're going to reverse backwards around the corner, point to the back of the car,
Okay.
towards those cones over there. Now then.
Can anyone tell me where I should be finishing my drive, whether it should be on the railway or the front of the building?
So we're going to do that like this. So here's our door mirror. So if you can see a cone just in the very bottom left-hand corner, that's perfect. You don't need to do any more turning.
Okay.
If it's gone out of view somewhere down here, but you're not quite sure where it is, are you too close or too wide?
Too close.
So it's gone out of view.
Yeah. Oh, too wide.
Too wide. So do you need more or less turn?
More.
More. So conversely, if it's coming all the way across the mirror, then it has to be the opposite of that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which would be less turn. Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's how we're going to, so I'm going to turn off the reverse camera. So just to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay then, so we're going to get back into drive. That's it, and we're going to head forward. Straighten up, straight. That's it. Bring it around, bring it a little bit closer to the left. That's it. So we can get nice and close to these cones. There we go. Good. And a little bit further forward. That's it. A little bit more, because you're okay. And we'll stop just there. Good. So, straight into reverse gear. Ah, don't want that on. Can you see any cones down here, Ross?
No. Oh, I can, yeah. Two
Two.
ones.
Oh, okay then. So, do we need to do anything yet? Let's consult our manual. And our manual says that if we can see something down here, then we're okay.
Yeah.
So we just go back in a straight line. Don't use the gas pedal. A bit more braking now, and stop, 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 stop. What can you see now?
Nothing.
Right, you've gone back too far.
Okay.
Just creep it forward until you can just see, only just see, a cone. Stop. You must have gone too far now. Can you see anything?
Yeah, just in the corner.
Good, 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 good. So we're in the perfect position. So we're right on our corner. So this is our point of turn. So the back of our car, so if you look across there, the back of your car is pretty much going to pivot on the back wheels, okay?
Yeah.
So if you put on now all of the turn that you could, you're not going to, but if you did, you would turn into those cones.
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore we've got to put our turn on by degrees. Okay, so we're going to be using this as our guide.
Okay.
So how much turn do you think we should start with, Ross? Can I have a guess?
45.
Either start. I would recommend that you either start with a half a turn or a whole turn. What would you? What do you
Half
reckon?
turn.
A half turn. Okay then. So let's get a half turn on before we do anything else. Whoops, that's 3/4 of a turn. That's it. So when the airbag's upside down,
Okay.
you must have half a turn on. Good. So we're just going to go back very, very slowly. So don't take your foot back into reverse. Yeah. So don't take your foot. Oh, that's come on again. Ah. Yeah. So creep yourself backwards, and then just stop again. Can you still see anything down there?
Yes.
Good. So we don't need to, because we're okay. So we don't need to do anything. Yeah. And stop again. Can you still see anything down there?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Back we go again. Stop again.
It's gone out of view now.
Right, so we consult our manual. So we must be going too wide. Therefore, we need more turn.
Yeah.
So let's go. So we're going to do it all in halves. So let's go for a whole turn. No, that's more than a whole turn. That's just that's a whole turn. There. Okay. So creep yourself back, and just stop again. Can you see anything, Ross?
Yes.
Oh, so we don't need to do anything else then. Creep it back. Stop again. Can you still see something?
Yeah.
Are you coming too close to it?
Not at the moment, I don't think.
No. Okay then. Creep it back again. And just stop again. Can you still see that?
Yeah.
Again? Okay. So we're okay at the moment. How about now?
It's still there.
Okay. So we don't need to do anything.
Yeah, it's gone out of sight now.
So we stop. So that means we're going a bit wide again. So now we need to get some more turn on. That's it. So you can't get any more turn on now, can you? Oh, there's that orange and white cone gone. That's the one that will appear on your right. Nice and slow now. And stop. So you can see the orange cone there.
Yeah.
You're going to clear it just about, aren't you?
Yeah. I need to straighten myself
You
out.
do. That's it. And then creep yourself backwards. That's it. That's it. Carry on going back. Okay, a little bit further. There we are. And you couldn't really have got around any closer than that, could you?
No.
So this guide, you can use this guide when you're doing this manoeuvre.
Okay.
So as long as you remember to bring it, and you can use that when you're learning to drive as well. So if you remember just to do it in little increments, so you keep stopping and looking,
Yeah.
stopping and looking, then you're going to either be in this position, or this position. There are no other positions you can be in.
Okay.
And that tells you what to do if you're in and then once you're parallel to the road or whatever, then you just straighten up.
Okay.
But that will get you round. I mean, we've got a little, right angle corner here, haven't we?
Yeah.
But that will get you around a little right angle corner, or a much more long sweeping corner. You might find you've got a few more adjustments to make here.
Yeah.
Because half a turn might be too much, half a turn might be enough on some corners. The thing is, all corners are different.
Yeah.
So you have to have a way of being able to deal with whatever comes up, and this is the best way.
Okay.
Good. Okay then. So away we go when you're ready. Okay, so we'll go back and we'll go down another lap around, and then we'll come back and do a bit more manoeuvring. So we're going to head down for the stop sign. We'll go around the next little roundabout to the left. Good. You've got nicely squared up on approach. Very good. Okay. So we want to let everybody know we're going to turn left here. We want to watch out for Bradley Wiggins in our left door mirror.
So we're okay there.
That's it. So off we go then.
Too much gas.
And then just down between the blue and white cones there. So you come from far today?
Sorry?
Have you come from far today?
Dover.
Dover?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fair way. So you've come up just for the day, or you?
Yeah, just come up just for today.
Right. So we want to position equally between the orange white cones again. So we've got our second roundabout to go all the way round.
All the way round.
That's it.
And then straighten off a
And
bit.
straighten up. That's it.
Coming up.
Okay. Okay, so we can carry on. We can go all the way through the barrier again. And then see if we can U-turn. So is this a special occasion today, or?
It was like a Christmas present.
Oh,
It
right.
was bought for a
So
Christmas
we have to
present.
head just to the right of the stop sign there. So is that your? Is that?
Yeah.
That's your. have you? You've come en masse.
Round again.
All the way round, yeah.
360.
So who have you come up with then today?
Mum, dad, sister, aunt, uncle, and my uncle's brother.
Oh, right.
Keep
In
going.
the
Or,
royal way. So is your sister driving?
no, she's 9 on Tuesday.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so just here then, back to our slalom.
Oh yeah.
So you're a little bit on the quick side. I would slow it down a little bit for you with that brake. Okay, go whichever side you like. Go back to the right this time, shall we? So again, just checking around. Same
Empty
side
around.
there. Go down to the stop sign. Good. We're going to do a bit more reversing now. So we'll go back into between those gates over there. So we did a left reverse earlier. I'll give you a choice now. You can do like a turn in the road, or 3-point turn. We can do we'll ease the gas off, just bring it to a brief stop. You can do a bay park, a reverse bay park like you would at a supermarket, or you can do a parallel park like you might do in the high street.
Try a parallel park.
Okay then. In that case, we want to go just forward a little bit. That's it, and then start turning to the right. Yeah. So we need to get over towards these cones over here. That's it. And then just straighten up, and stop. Good. Just pop it into park. One of these cones is actually a little bit out of position. I'm just going to put it into a better position. Right, so your mission is to pull up parallel to those 3 cones there.
Okay.
So you're about that close to them. And then we're going to reverse backwards, turning in and into the gap between this little line of cones here.
Okay.
Alright? So a little bit to the left, that's it. There we are. That's it, nice and slow, so you're using a little bit of brake, a little bit further on. That's it, a little bit further, a little bit more turn actually to the right. And then straight your wheels up now. That's it. And a little bit further on. And stop. Now you can, if we're parking in the high street, so we've got a brake on, we put on a left signal, and we put it into reverse gear, but keep your foot on the brake. So you've now got 3 signals that you're giving out to the car. Sorry. 3 signals you're giving out, and I'm doing this only because when you first start driving, you're not going to have one of these fancy things here, are you? So you've got 3 signals on that's telling traffic behind, you know, what you're about to do. Yeah. Now, if you look in your left mirror, you can see that you've gone like slightly ahead of that orange and white cone. So if that was a car parked there, if you put too much turn on, you might get in past it, but you might get yourself like wedged in. If the curb was here, you might get yourself a bit wedged in.
Yeah.
So you'd only do that if you had too much turn on. So the key thing when you're doing this when you learn to drive is, because they won't ask you to park between two cars, is give yourself plenty of room. So in other words, don't come in at too acute an angle. Come in at a bit more of a gentle angle.
Yeah.
So I get all my pupils just to put on half a turn of the wheel, which is what we're going to do. Okay, and then we will just check around and just slowly backwards. So don't use do like you did earlier. Don't use the gas at all. Just creep it back. That's nice. And you can see that's going to keep you clear of that cone just by keeping half that. You only need the half turn, don't you anymore? So keep it creeping backwards. That's it. Back a little bit more. And now you want to be checking this side and the right hand side.
Yeah.
Okay. So where those cones are, if you imagine that those cones then represent the offside of a car behind you,
Yeah.
you're aiming for that gap in the middle. Okay. So are you clear of those cones to your right, Ross?
Yes.
You are. Okay. So at this point we could just straighten the wheel up then, couldn't we?
Yeah.
So just straight. There we are. That's it. And nice and slow. And so you're clear of those to your right. You're still clear to the left. So now we want to put on half a turn to the right. Okay, so we balance the amount of turn we put on. Okay, slowly back. That's good. And then when you're parallel, straightening up. Done. Finished. It's as easy as that.
Yeah.
And that's the method that I use with my pupils. It's much harder here because you've just got cones and you haven't got a bit of footpath. But if you have got a bit of curve, let's imagine that you have got a bit of curve there. So it's quite straightforward because like you're coming in. Okay, so you want to get just back into that sort of position there. So that's the back of your car before you then turn around. So in your door mirror, this was your door mirror view, you would just see down here, because it would be the other way round, you would just see the top of the curve down there. If you can just see the top of the curve there, then you're not going to hit it. If it goes out of view, so you've gone too far back, then you're going to hit it.
Okay.
But if you can just see it, then you know you're not going to hit it, and then you can bring yourself back around.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but it's like turning a car through a parallelogram, isn't it?
Yeah.
So whatever turn you put on there, you balance with a turn there, and correcting in the middle. Yep. Good. Okay then. Right. Off we go when you're ready. So we'll go back. We'll go do another loop around. So nice and straight, and then out through the gate. And we've got to use our left signal. That's it, and off we go. Now you stopped a little bit short of the stop sign this time, so just let it creep forward, Ross. When the pillar of it goes behind this pillar here, then you can stop. That's it. So let's imagine that you can't see beyond this stop sign. So keep back into drive. So you need to just creep it forward. So we would lean forward. That's it. Creep it forward. So just ease that brake off. In a manual car, you just have your clutch just at biting point, so it's just creeping forward. So you can just see the other side of the stop sign. There we are. And then check both ways. If it's clear, on we go. If it isn't, stop. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, on you go. And that technique is known as peep and creep.
Okay.
And that's how you get out of awkward little turns where you've got parked cars on either side. So your view is restricted. But obviously you do need to, by leaning forward, obviously it opens your view up a lot.
Yeah.
Which is what you need to do.
360 round the roundabout.
Yep, 360 around the roundabout.
Through the gate.
Yep. Might as well make the most of it being nice and quiet out here.
Like that.
That's it. So we're going to go round in a circle twice this time.
Right.
So we want to make sure on our first round that our positioning is nice and accurate. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah?
Yep.
So now you can just increase keep the wheel exactly as it is, increase the gas. And you're not going to get any loss of direction. And then just easing your gas off. And then straighten up before we all get giddy. And here we are again at the slalom. And you can decide which way you're going to go. But check your mirror now. That's when you can check it. Okay? And then you know that, well, you know that you're the only car here anyway. So we're going to do a bit more reversing.
Okay.
So we'll go back through the gate over there.
Too much gas.
So we'll go and do a bay park as though we're parking at a supermarket, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so we're heading down. I'm going to head down towards the end where we had done that left reverse earlier. So we're going to keep to the left of this little roundabout thing that's coming up again. Round to the right. That's it. Okay, so I'll come all the way round. That's it. Straighten up now. That's it. A little bit straight and stop just here. Stop. Stop. So we want to pull up parallel to those to the two big blue and white cones on the end there, because that's the parking bay that we're going to go into. Okay.
Yep.
So let's imagine we're in Sainsbury's or somewhere. So we're straightening up. So we've identified a parking bay. Fantastic. Okay, bring it to a stop opposite the bay. Now there's two ways that you can reverse back into a parking bay, really. You can either do what we did back there, i.e. go forward and reverse back in through 90 degrees, or you can turn yourself out at 45 degrees and then reverse the car back in.
Okay.
Which one are you going to go?
Full turn and then go in.
So you're going to turn what? Turn out to, oh, you're going to turn out the 45 degrees and then turn in. Okay then. So as we go forward, we want to look for those cones over there.
Okay.
So we can just check around, there's nobody about. So nice and slow. Looking out for these cones in our door mirror. Hard to tell which side you're looking for. Can you see the red ones at the back?
No.
Okay, let's creep a bit further forward then. As soon as you can see the red ones, then stop. Okay, now we can change our gear. And oh look, we do have the benefit of the camera as well. But actually, you're well used to using both now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the camera helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Woo. So if you look behind you, all your parking sensors have gone red.
Yeah.
So why do you think here it says checking tyre surroundings?
For your blind spots.
Yes, because if you just look in that, you might have somebody walking across from either the left or the right,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't see them until they were literally right behind the car. So if you over rely on these things, then you can still get into an accident.
Yeah.
Good. Okay then, off we go when you're ready. I'll tell you what, while we're here, we'll stop there, just reverse it back a little bit, actually, Ross. Just keep the turn on, just go backwards a little bit to the left. While we're here, we might as well do the other reverse manoeuvre that we can do. So we'll stop just here. We're going to pull in just to the right hand side of this line of cones.
Okay.
So there's only one more reverse manoeuvre we can do here. Might as well fit the whole lot in. So just straightening up, that's it. Good. And okay, so and just bring yourself to a stop. So here we are at the end of a little cul-de-sac road.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little footpath that goes through between the bushes. Well, there isn't, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and then so we've got the edge of the road here. We've got the edge of the road here. You've got to turn round and drive out. So how would you do this then?
2-point turn.
Yeah. So you know what you're doing with that then? Wait, heading over that way first? Well, you don't have much option, really,
No.
do you? Okay then. So again, don't take your foot all the way off the foot brake. Just creep it forward, getting all the turn that you can as quickly as you can. Okay. So you want to creep it right the way forward, right up to the cones. That's it. Sitting up, looking out for them. That's it. You do have some parking sensors at the front of the car as well. Can you see just in the?
Yeah.
They may or may not pick up these little cones. sometimes they don't. So one has to be careful.
Yes.
You know, a little. Sometimes you get. Remember there was a school that we went to, and there was some little concrete posts about that high, and it didn't pick up in my wife's parking sensors
No, right.
until we went. Okay, and then we want to go obviously backwards now. So we've got the benefit of the signal, so easier foot brake off, so it's so you're taking some of the strain off the tyres. How's that? Watch out for that corner. Okay.
Yep.
You can easily get out now, can't you?
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, keep it forward. That's it. So when we get up to the cones, where there will stoppage here. Imagine that we're turning out onto a main road or turning right onto the main road. So we check both ways. Our last check should always be to the right because that's where the oncoming cars may be coming from. And then we're heading out through the gate. And this will be our last lap around. So you've done all of the reversing here that you can. Oh, apart from reversing into our garage, which we'll do down the far end there when we get down there. We have time. So I want to see if you can get up to 20 miles an hour before we get to the stop sign and brake smoothly. Go on, gas. Oh yeah, easy. And just as you come to a stop, ease the brake off and then very gently.
Oh.
That's it. And that's known as like feather in the brake, where you brake really firmly and then you ease it off and then just gently.
Okay.
Good, well done. And we have to keep a little bit slower now because there's one or two holes down here which if we catch them will be a bit nice, a little bit more to the left. So it steers us just clear of that, so roll to the right. And then, so here we are, final last time at the little mini roundabout.
360.
360, yep. Okay, so we're just going to go past the giveaway. We're going to go past this little group of cones on our left, and then we're going to turn in on the left underneath the trees, slowing it down, that's it, pointing towards those barriers at the end, that's it, good, bring it to a stop, into reverse gear, and then using your door mirrors, because that'll be easier than actually using the camera, reverse back into the little garage behind you. It's a lot easier than using that camera from this distance, isn't it?
Yeah. Alright.
Now you can use the camera, now you're coming further in. That's it. Perfect. Into park. Good, there we are. Into drive now.
Let's try.
Yep. And we'll just drive forward just out of this space. was that then? Did you enjoy doing that?
Yeah.
Good. We did really, really well. Really well. So the 1 to 5s at the back here, and how good you are, it's how independent you are as a driver. And normally in your first time off, I can say you wouldn't expect to be that independent. So observation, we started enough. We didn't have much to observe actually because there was not an awful lot going on. Steering, I thought your steering was very good indeed. You picked up that pull push thing straight away. So I'm going to put you straight up to a level 3, which is very good indeed. I thought you're also very good with your gas and with your braking. Yeah, the gas probably slightly better than the braking. Oh, I don't know actually. No, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Moving away, we did a few of those. Turn left, turn right. Wouldn't do too many of those. Did a nice bit of straight reversing there. Good bit of parking earlier. We did a turn in the road, and we did a reverse to the left. So just over the page, check which is your attitude and approach. Fantastic. Instruments we didn't really talk about much about, but seat belts and seat adjustments. There we are. So space for comments at the front here. So 12, 4, 15, 3 auto. So I thought that was an excellent first drive. You showed extremely good car control. Plus your reversing was precise and well considered. So well done. That was great. So give yourself some scores for how well you think you did now. So that we'll do steering, gas and brakes, and we'll put all of our reversing together. So 1 you think you're rubbish, 10 you think you're as good as Lewis Hamilton.
Is that steering? 7.
7. Okay, I'm going to give you a 9 for your steering. Gas?
6.
6. I think I'll give you 7 or 8. 7. Brakes?
7.
7 and 8. There we are. Good. So next time, I think continue with your red level. Wouldn't take you much longer to complete it, to be honest with you. But everything you've learnt today, you won't forget.
No.
Which is a good thing. So and you enjoyed that. So what score would you give that for enjoyment out of 10?
10. Yeah.
Fantastic. Good. There we go.